uh, we're tour operators outside of New York, and we can help you with anything around the Mediterranean. But today we're focused on Puglia, just this beautiful region in the southern part of Italy. And let me just pull up some notes that I have. So we're going to start. So today's weather in Puglia is 77 degrees. Evenings are in the mid 60s at night, and the extended forecast is really boring. It's sunny, 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 sunny every day. Temps in the mid 80s, mid 60s at night. It just can't be any more perfect. So we're excited to visit the region today with some of our partners. We've got our man on the ground, Consenjo. He's on. You'll see him on here. We've got Nika from the tourist board from the region. Giuliano and his wife Alessandra, the proud and passionate owners of this wonderful Masseria that we're going to be visiting. So I just for those that really maybe haven't been to Puglia. And again, just let us know in the chat if you've been or if you haven't been. And so it's the easternmost region that's bordered by the Ionian and Adriatic Sea. It's the heel of the boot. It's got this incredibly stunning coastline. For those of you that have been there, you know it. It's got Italy's longest coastline, and it's also the least mountainous region of Italy. It's half of it is made up by this large plain, and it runs through maybe more than half of the region. It's a region that also follows a slower pace. We had sent out the notification about this, and it's a place where a lot of Italian families go for holidays. It feels very authentic. It's a slower pace. You still get the long siestas in the afternoon, shops closing in the afternoon. It's a time when families and people head to the beach. It's a region that's really very Italian. And when then that's kind of like a crazy thing to say, because of course we're in Italy, right? But it's not like Rome, Florence, and Venice. You still see those nonnas talking in groups on the street, old men playing cards. I remember the first time I went there, it was almost like watching a movie. This really, really, really beautiful region. So it's on the history side, it's a region that shows the traces of people that had settled throughout the region, and they built roads that were connected to Rome, fortresses along the sea. The languages are kind of interesting because it's influenced by the Greeks, the French. It was influenced by the Albanians, and there's a Sicilian dialect. There's even a small area that has a kind of like a Greek dialect that is still used. And obviously the culinary influences from all of those people that entered into the region left their mark. It was colonized by the Greeks in the 4th century. And in the 4th century, the Romans began their conquest of the region. They built the Via Appia, right? The Appian Way that connected the region to Rome, and it still exists today. After the fall of the Roman Empire around 470 AD, for a short while, it fell under the influence of the Byzantine Empire, what's today Turkey. And then it was occupied by the Lombards, who came from the north in the 5th century, by the Franks, that were a German-speaking civilization. And then the Romans took control in the 10th century. And by the middle of by around 1050, Puglia got absorbed into the Norman Kingdom of Sicily. And it wasn't until around 1860 that Puglia was annexed to the Kingdom of Italy. Today, it's the biggest producer. It's one of the biggest producers of agricultural products, tomatoes, olives, eggplants, almonds, olive oil, great olive oil, from Puglia, and of course, wine. The other day, I was in the store and to buy some things for dinner, and I came across some unbelievably great burrata from the region. And I made myself a caprese salad, which was really great. So that's kind of my end. I'm going to pass it over to Johnny, and we're going to learn a little bit more. And then we're going to move on to our partners, and they're going to take over. And as always, we'll be doing the presentation with them. So we're excited. Johnny, I pass it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. And we start today with this presentation. And we thank, as usual, our friend at the region with Nika, and our person on location, which is Concezio, and obviously our today property owners, Giuliano and Alessandra Montenapoleone of the Masseria Montenapoleone. And I believe that we will be really enthusiastic watching at this property. So let's, and by the way, during the presentation today, we're going to have a little contest if you want. Pay attention, because at some point we're going to pass a little video, and we will ask you to tell us what song is on the back. And the first one that give us the answer will win $100 coupon from us. So pay attention, because it's a song that is very close to Puglia. Okay, so let's move forward, and let's share the screen, and we will be on our way. There we go. So we are obviously in Puglia. And Puglia is obviously located on the heel of Italy, and you can see where it's located. And those are the each color is a different area of the Puglia, and how you can reach Puglia. Puglia, you can reach. You can see there is two major airports. One is Bari, the other one is Brindisi. And you can reach them for many main cities hub in Europe, that they are connected with the direct flight from the United States, either Bari or Brindisi. And Bari from Rome is about 4-hour driving. On train is another 3 hour and something. And you can fly from Bari to Rome in 1 hour. And the same thing for Brindisi. Brindisi to Rome is much further, so it's better to take a flight if you don't have enough time, but is also reachable, obviously, via route. And from Brindisi, you can cross by Matera, which is the other neighbor region of Puglia, which is Basilicata, and Matera is the main city of Basilicata, with a city that is very interesting, and where the movie The Passion of that was filmed in this city. Okay, Bari and Brindisi, they are connected also on the Amalfi Coast with about 3.5 hours, 4 hour driving. You can reach the Amalfi Coast from those two main cities in Puglia, so it's not too far away, and we can create for you a fantastic package that include the two regions together. So let's now show you a little short video of Puglia, and then I will pass the microphone to the person representing Puglia, which is Nika, that is waiting for us. Okay, obviously this is not the music that you have to guess. This is the music of a local dance, very famous local dance, which called the pizzica. And now let's Mika show you the beautiful Puglia.
Yes, thank you very much, Gianni, and welcome to Puglia, and good morning to all. I'm very happy for today because it's a new opportunity to talk about beautiful Puglia and our landscape. Thank you for this organization by Puglia Promozione, the Regional Tourist Board. Now show this beautiful landscape with this first video. So it's a real unexpected Italy, but is most of all a romantic place for wedding, for honeymooners. Why not? Because it can offer different experiences. We can sharing with you this information about different itineraries that we can offer, because there is a new guide for trade professionals, and we can explain any kind of information about different part of the region. The region is famous most of all in the summer because of the beautiful beaches, the beautiful sea for snorkeling activities, why not? Or the beautiful experience in Taranto, in the Gulf of Taranto, for Ionian dolphin watching. But another important part near the coast of Bari is Polignano, the famous Modugno singer, and then Monopoly for the beautiful beaches, but most of all for the countryside. Yes, because Puglia is chosen at the moment in the summer, on June, July, September, because of the sea, but there is more, because there is a new authentic region, nature, wellness experience. For example, in the Gargano area, in the north of the regions, for the cliffs on the beaches, or Salento area in the south of the region, because of the water, the clear water of the sea, but most of all for historic cities as Lecce, the Baroque style of Lecce. For example, in these three itineraries that we can suggest for your trip, for your clients, we have the different part. For example, most of all the central part, I Triavalli named because of the magnificent UNESCO World Heritage Sites of Trulli, the famous Trulli, and in the north, the Castel del Monte, for example, the Frederican II, it's another important UNESCO World Heritage Sites, or in the south, best of Salento named this itinerary, the city of Lecce, we just show in beautiful, most of all for romantic experience, and not only during the day, but for sunset, for overnight too. And the other part of the region, for example, is the Taranto. So the old bridge of Taranto is a new destination for Puglia. Usually, you know, for example, Gargano, Salento, the coast, the Adriatic coast, but Salento is the new destination. There is a big important development of this destination with the new services too. The part famous for cliff on the beaches of Gargano is an Adriatic place for, it's important for Tremiti Islands, for example, 3 small islands that you can reach by Vieste, by the beautiful place of Vieste, that you by boat is a new connection, or another joining experience by helicopter from Foggia. You can join directly the Tremiti Islands in the north of the region. So different parts, different areas for different products, but the leitmotif for each part of the region is food and wine, handmade pasta experiences, mozzarella, burrata, olive trees like this one is a real olive trees, and the production of oil is one of the best important of the region, as the wine, red wine, Primitivo of Manduria, Negramaro, and now the old grape of Susumaniello is an old grape typical of this part of the Italy. So there are different experiences, most of all for handcraft, design, and ceramics. Why not? This is our traditional pumo, named for because it's a good luck for houses, for old houses, and it's a very important object that you can just buy, for example, during your trip, your experience, and shopping around the ceramics of Grottaglie or La Terza, for example, and there is a learning, for example, webinar, why not, for this kind of a traditional. And during the experience, during the trip, you can offer your clients, for example, the experience of the laboratory for making directly the object, your personal object. So the atmosphere of our Masseria Pugliese is our unique selling proposition, is a new style of farmhouse with wellness experience in the nature, so traditional accommodation, and most of all, a new style. So it's the moment for the new experience in Puglia, just a trip with this video. So Puglia is for year-round touring, and Puglia Promozione can support you for any other information or for designing your best trip. So I pass the word to Concezio for unique services and experience. Thank you very much.
Nika. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for joining us this morning. My name is Concezio, and I'm the man on the ground, or the man in La Habana for Gianni and Tom. And I would love to show you what we do and what we're able to do for clients when it comes to organizing a holiday to Puglia. Our core activity is tailor-made holidays. Usually, we sit down with clients or with Gianni and Tom to define the holiday theme for your clients. It could be a cultural holiday, it could be a honeymoon or a special, family reunion, maybe in one of those magnificent villas, or a fly and drive itinerary, or a bike tour. Puglia has a lot to offer. So these are just, 8 examples of what we are able to cater for. Then we move on to the special ingredients that we usually throw into the mix to spice it up a little bit. As Nika correctly said, the food and wine tradition is huge down in Puglia, so this is definitely a must. As well as a nice exploration of the coastline of Puglia. Puglia has 800 kilometers of coastline, and we organize those beautiful, catamaran boat trips on both the Ionian and the Adriatic side. But why not also a hot air balloon tour with a landing in that beautiful field nearby Masseria, where your clients can have a picnic. So there's plenty of inspiration, and according to the inclinations of the client, we're always able to point you in the right direction. And then finally, we offer the accommodation. I mean, there's a selection of properties throughout the region, hand-picked, cherry-picked, I should say. So Masserie, dating back to the 16th century, truly houses, holiday villas, luxury holiday villas, boutique hotels, up to 5-star luxury. We cover pretty much them all. So let's have a look at the travel experience we aim to offer. One thing we aim to achieve is, create a memory. We want for your clients to come home with a story to tell and to share with their friends and family, and enable that beautiful thing that's the word of mouth, and eventually have more people coming back to Puglia for an even better experience. Okay, so the contact with the locals, the appreciation of the local traditions, and the natural ambience of the region. I think these elements are the key, and the key points and the key elements to the success of a proper holiday down to Puglia. Puglia is not a usual destination. I always say that Puglia, most of the times, is a state of mind, and through those experiences, your clients will get to that stage. So let's have a look in detail about the experiences we are able to offer. So The cookery classes, I mean, cooking classes are an amazing, way to get into the, the local culture and the local food and wine tradition. Usually, the setting is a beautiful masseria dating back from the 16th or 17th century. So real stone walls with the owner, who is also a local chef, teaching how to make, fresh handmade pasta or focaccia or the traditional panzerotti, which are delicious, and eventually share a meal after the cookery class. One of the newest experiences now is the home chef for people that want to stay in town, for instance. We have a network of home chefs that open their doors to clients, and eventually they get out as being part of the family, once they sample that kind of experience. As Nika said earlier, the wine tradition of Puglia is quite phenomenal. She mentioned the Primitivo grape, of course, and Primitivo wine, which is the biggest wine in Puglia, but also the Sussomaniello, which is also which is one of the those ancient grapes that have been brought back to life thanks to the investment and the activity of some winemakers and wine growers, especially in the southeast. Usually, when it comes to cellar and wine tours, we always want people to experience a family story. Usually those wine cellars go back to the 16th or 17th century. And surprisingly, the original families still own the business, still produce wine, of course, in a modern and a contemporary way, but it's still their own family business. And usually when it's season, when it's let's say September or October or November, this is where this is the part that I like the most. We bring people to see and experience live the grape and olive harvest. It's a unique moment of connection, also to the to the actual fields and the actual plants that have been there for centuries. That tree that you see in the bottom right picture, that's a 2,500-year-old olive tree that's in the countryside of Ostuni. And it's just it's just an experience just to look at it. Imagine when you're standing next to it. Another thing that's becoming quite popular lately is the active holiday segment. Puglia is quite flat, so it's very easy to cycle and to walk around. There's plenty of bike paths, completely safe, away from crowded streets, and it's the perfect way to explore the region at a very slow pace. Puglia is also a golf destination. It has 4 18-hole golf courses, north to south, and it's definitely quite remarkable to play golf and look at the sea at the same time, surrounded by those beautiful oak trees. One thing that's become really, really, really popular over the past 5-6 years is the e-bike excursions. We organize them, with our partners on the ground. They are incredibly popular, and you don't have to be a sports person to have an e-bike excursions in the countryside, which is beautiful. And then, last but not least, Puglia is surrounded by water, so 800 kilometers of coastline with endless options of water sports. So if you have people that are passionate about windsurf, kitesurf, canoeing, whatever kind of scuba diving, whatever kind of water sport, we have it, and we'll be more than happy to offer it to your clients. Now, the yoga and meditation and wellness retreats. This started some time back, but eventually after the pandemic, this would become a major trend. So we team up with yoga teachers on the ground and usually offer that kind of service to small groups in those beautiful locations. So it could be a masseria, it could be a truly village. It could be also a luxury villa able to accommodate up to 40 people. So it really depends on your client's inclinations, but definitely there's everything for everybody down in Puglia. The only thing missing is the ski, because there are no mountains, but besides that, there's plenty of options. the destination wedding services, well, we stumbled upon this segment, but we found it particularly interesting. And over the course of time, we've become quite good at that. We have a pretty good selection of wedding venues. Those are just some examples of the settings that we can offer down in Puglia. So it could be in a truly village, it could be in a castle, it could be also by the sea, with that amount of coastline that we have. And then eventually, after the selection of the wedding venue, we're also able to look after all the actual wedding planning activities. So from the paperwork to the ceremony, the makeup and the addresses, the flowers, photographers, musicians, transportation, and accommodation for the guests. This is definitely something we love to do, and over the course of time, we've done it with quite a good success. The private villas, again, this is another good post-pandemic trend. We saw a surge in demand, especially of luxury villas lately. These are some examples of luxury villas that we have done in Puglia. Those properties range from 10,000 euro a week up to 25,000 now, depending on the level of sophistication and the level of requests that your clients may have. But definitely each of those properties has a story to tell. Most of them are beautiful, ancient masseria converted into luxury holiday villas. And speaking of masseria, I can't stress it enough. It's the quintessential and most amazing property to spend a holiday when it comes to Puglia. So those examples you see in the slide are some of my favorites. And again, authentic properties, centuries of history. They used to belong to wealthy noble families, and they were used as farmhouses to produce crops and vegetables, basically. But then over the course of time, the owners that came after those patrician families developed a new concept of hospitality. And when it comes to Masseria, this is the place where your clients can really, really experience the authentic, quintessential Apulian hospitality. And now I throw it to my good friend and partner in crime, Giuliano of Masseria Montenapoleone, for a beautiful overview of his wonderful property.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Concezio. And now be ready on the chat. This is the very short video where you have to guess the title of the song that is playing in the back. Ready? Open your chat and here you go.
Johnny?
I want to tell you just one thing. Why we show this video, there is a reason why. Well, yes, just to have a little fun together regarding the winner of this one, and I believe that Marion Baxter was the first one that guessed the song, and the song was obviously Volare. And why it's connected with Puglia is because the singer that put this song, fantastic song in the market, was Domenico Modugno, and Domenico Modugno is coming from Polignano a Mare, which is a very beautiful small village close to the location, and all those locations that you saw on the video that we just passed are very close, very, very close around the Masseria that we will introduce you now with our friend Giuliano and Alessandra. And here you go, Giuliano, is all yours. And now let's view, first of all, what is this Masseria?
Quindi ti senti? Sì. No. Prova a parlare.
Hi.
Sì. Quanto dura sai questo?
Un scarso.
Ah.
Okay, Alessandra is for you.
Ciao, ciao, mi sentite?
Yeah.
Ok, buonasera a tutti. I'm so glad to be connected to all of you this afternoon. We are close to the golden hour, so this is the best time for me to say welcome to Masseria Montenapoleone. We are in Puglia, as you know, and we are just in the middle of the long Puglia between Bari and Brindisi airports, and we are really close to Fasano. We are in the land of the olive trees, these amazing ancient storytellers. Masseria Montenapoleone is all about a love story, and I would love to start from this point because 40 years ago, a beautiful Belgian woman met a handsome Italian man from the south, from Pezze di Greco, a small village nearby, and she decided to come to Puglia, to this beautiful land. I love to think that she chose the sun, the blue sky, and the beauty of food, of architectural style, of nature. And we are surrounded by nature. We are an organic farmhouse. We produce almost everything we serve at our restaurants, but I will tell you more later. And this is a very, very important love story between the family and this place, because it was a ruin. It has been abandoned for 50 years. And then they decided to buy it at the end of the 90s, and they took 10 years for the renovation. And the Montenegro family first thought about the agricultural activity. And so they started to cultivate products, all the beautiful products that we have here. And then they started with the hospitality business in 2009. Our payoff is be nature's guest. For us to respect the planet, to be connected with nature, to be connected with each single flower and plant and fruit, vegetable is very, very important. And the ancient tower, the one that you see behind me, has been built in the 17th century. And but the first place where people came to live at that time was in the cave, because we are plenty of rock settlements. They were very, very scared by the invasion of the foreign people, and they found a place to live. So they were not troglodytes, but they needed to protect themselves. So they started to live in these caves. And so our romantic suite is a cave, and was the first place where people came to live. And on the cave, they built the watching tower. So I will tell you more about our rooms, the philosophy behind our production of pieces of furniture. But I know that there's someone very close to me who wants to be connected to you. And it's Giuliano, my husband. He's in a special place. Giuliano, can you hear me?
Sì, ti sento.
Okay.
Hello everybody. I'm Giuliano. I'm here. Thank you, Alessandra, for your introduction. I'll see you later, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I'm here in the middle of our fields where we produce one of the most important ingredients of our cuisine, the wheat. So from the wheat we produce our flour. It's all about, we Italian, we invented the carbs. So for us, it's very important to know what is at the beginning of the production of a pasta. Okay, so that's why I've used almost 15 hectares of our property to produce this ancient variety of wheat. This year is called Frassineto. Every second year, we change the variety. But I'm here because I was looking for my chef. And I've been going around and I didn't find it, but there it is. Hey, Domenico, Giuliano, Domenico, it's ready. What is ready? It's ready. The wheat. The wheat. Yeah. Come with me. It's ready. It's ready. It's ready. What do you mean it's ready?
It's ready. Our precious ancient wheat.
Yes.
The flavor is intense and the sound is right one.
The sound. What do you mean the sound? I don't get it. What do you mean?
Listen.
First time I hear that you have.
Wait.
All right. Wow. Can you hear that?
Crunch.
Wow. So that means that it's ready and we have to organize the harvest.
We can ready.
Yes.
To prepare the pasta. Focaccia,
Bellissimo.
Focaccia bread, taralli, friselle, orecchiette,
Fantastic.
Everything.
Okay, but what do you get here? What do you have here? You've been in our garden.
Yeah. Every morning.
Yes.
I show my organic product from my organic
Garden. Oh,
yes.
Fantastic. What do you have? We have here
tomatoes, salad,
cucumbers.
cucumber.
Questo qui.
Puglia cucumber.
Yes.
This is Barrattiere.
I know.
In this area.
Yes.
Here,
So
yeah.
very, very local product.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're gonna prepare something with this thing, right?
Okay.
Bellissimo. But exactly what Domenic is explaining is that here the concept of 0 kilometer. It's totally at the base of our philosophy. So we produce most of the ingredients that Domenico then use in the menu, and moreover, we invest in the biodiversity, because as you have seen, this is not a quality you will find easily on the shopping mall, because these are very local.
Just in this.
Esatto, and also quality of salads and tomatoes, and we have zucchini.
So,
But where are you going?
Giuliano, I have a focaccia in the oven.
But you're rushing all the
Sorry,
time.
Giuliano. No, sorry, Giuliano. See you later. See you later.
Va bene. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
He went away. Va bene. So I'm here again, alone in the middle of the fields, and I'd like to explain a little bit more the project of Masseria Montenapoleone from the agriculture side. In fact, when my parents, they decided to buy this property, they wanted to offer a real and original also experience to all our guests. In fact, we started to work on the land. So consider that this property was abandoned for more than 60 years before my parents, they bought it. And that was more than 20 years ago. So when we came here, everything was wild. So we have used this wildness and this purity of the land to convert immediately the production in organic. In fact, in this 35 hectares, which is about 90 acres, we produce most of the ingredients, as I said before. So from the wheat, from olive oil, we produce also our own wine. And I was talking about promoting the biodiversity, because what happened during the last 50 years is that the agriculture became like standards in the production, of course, because the producer, the farmers had to make, a living out of it. And so standardizing the production means having a more certain outcome from the production. And in this process, they have lost most of the weak, let's say weak in terms of production quality and varieties. And nowadays, we have dedicated, at least Montenapoleone, but I have other colleagues like me, that they are investing in these ancient varieties. In fact, later I would like to introduce our Susumaniello grape, from which we produce our organic red wine. But I'd like to show you something else, because we here in this very ancient part of the Masseria, because on the other side of this land, we have the Trajan Road. It's one of the roads that was connecting Puglia with Rome. And so you can think that 2,000 years ago, the Romans, something like around that age, were passing by here, and what they were seeing, you can see here some of our 1,000 years old olive trees. In fact, what proves the age of this tree, apart from the size, is also this little tag. You see, Regione Puglia. There's a number on it, and that number is in a database. Every number then is related to a GPS coordinate. So that means that all these trees in this area with this characteristic, because that's our heritage. And since years, human beings have been taking care about this plant. Because think about that, the first use of the olive oil was to give light. In fact, in all the oil lamp, they were using olive oil. And Puglia, since many years, has been one of the largest producer of light. Okay, so from this production of olives, we produce 3 kinds of olive oil, and I will tell that later. But I think that now, as Alessandra, she would like to maybe tell more about the concept that we have used when we have restored the old Masseria. Alessandra, can you hear me? Alessandra?
Yes.
Okay. Ale.
Oh, yeah.
So
now
beautiful.
I'm this corner because the rays of the sun are so magical. So because I would love to give you an idea of where we are and the vibes you can feel where you are in Puglia, in a masseria, in this very, very ancient place. Maybe you can't see, but there are some fossils that surrounded me. Yeah, and talking about the rooms, we have our philosophy. We are a sustainable farmhouse. So it's very important for us to be about the effect of our planet. And also in the production of our own pieces of furniture, we try to give a new life to old objects, and we collect pieces from everywhere, from local markets, also of course from
You froze, Alessandra.
Yeah. On the meantime that they are trying to reconnect, I will pass a video regarding the rooms of the masseria, so you can have an idea of what are those rooms. Okay, here he goes. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be explained by
Alessandra.
Sandra, but we don't have her now with us. So
yes, we are together again.
Yes, we are.
we are.
Okay, so I was telling you that we have an atelier where we produce our own pieces of furniture. So we have 23 rooms and each one is different.
Alessandra,
We have categories. We start from a rustic room, which is our basic category. And we have around 30 square meters for the rustic rooms, but we have also the rustic rooms deluxe. And we have around
Alessandra, if you could turn your cameras so that we're not looking at you sideways, that would be great.
Can you, now it's okay for you?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so yeah, I was telling you about the rustic room deluxe, where we have around 40 square meters. Then we have the junior suite, superior suite, family suite, and the romantic suite, the cave. I was telling you the story before. Making our own pieces of furniture, each different from the other. So of course we had to define some categories, but each room is unique, and there is there's a unique experience when you have the chance to sleep, but to enjoy an experience there. I sent you 2 videos about our superior suites. I don't see the video now, but maybe you
Yeah, you can see it. You can see the video.
So you can see that we give a new life to old objects. A very old coffee machine becomes a lamp, or we dedicate a space to women. So there's a coiffeuse in each room, because in the past, women in the masseria, they used to have a corner for them. So we try to reproduce it, because our goal, our aim is to translate past into an eternal present. Our restoration is a kind of conservative restoration. So we protect the planet, upcycling pieces of furniture. At the same time, we try to reproduce the atmosphere, the vibrations, the alchemy of the past in this contemporary world. And then we use also some colors, some pastel colors, to express the way we are really close to nature and to flowers. And it's a kind of unique experience. So when you come to Masseria Montenapoleone, from the rooms to all the experiences, we would love to take our guests to the heart of our agricultural production, of our lifestyle, because I love to say that Puglia is a lifestyle destination. It's all about food, drinking, and eating well, and having fun with other people, sharing happy moments. And this kind of hospitality starts from the room, and we love to give a hug when you enter our room. We hope that you can feel this hug from the family, and then you can find a home away from home. This is one of our mission. And I don't know if you had the time to check our website. It's a new one where we try to highlight our green soul and all the things we do every day to create a unique and special experience in the nature. And so we create so many experiences being outdoor, being in an olive grove. You see Giuliano among the fields. This is a place where we organize in this period a picnic. And there's a kind of a surprise in a few minutes for you. You will find another special location where we
There goes technology again.
Yeah. This is the family suite, as you can see from the headers. And as Alessandra was saying, all those furniture and everything inside is done by them. And every single piece is created by them.
Can you hear me?
I
Yes.
can. Alessandra, a quick question. How many rooms are there on the property?
How many rooms?
We have 23 rooms.
Thank you.
This is
Yes.
what we are showing is the family suite.
Yeah, the families, we have one family we have a new one. So we have two of these, and then other rooms can be connected. So you can have a kind of a dependence in the Masseria, because you will, with these connected rooms, you have two gardens at your disposal, because each room has a kind of private space outdoor to chill out. And this is another very important aspect for us, to have a private outdoor room. And in this special time, we were able to satisfy our clients' needs, because you can have your outdoor private space, and then we don't have corridors. Each room has a private entrance. So in terms of social distancing and security, we have been able, and we are still able to guarantee if our clients want to be by themselves. And this is also what they can do if they need to have which is so important right now.
Alessandra, this was just really beautiful. Are we going to now move back to Giuliano? Is he gonna?
Yes, absolutely, because there's to summarize what we think it's our lifestyle, Giuliano is exactly there.
Thank you.
Giuliano?
Okay, welcome back. I'm here, so now I'm still looking for the chef. He disappeared, but come with me. I'll show you something. So we are right in front of the sea, and that's our organic vineyard. Okay. So, hey, ciao Antonio. How are you?
Not too bad. Welcome to our open air organic restaurant.
Thank you so much.
May I organize you something special to drink?
Oh, well, that will be fantastic.
Because we are ready to welcome our guests for this unique experience as an aperitif.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's have a look. What did you prepare? You have fresh flowers, but we are really in the middle of the vineyard here. But that's a great experience.
I will
Fantastic.
organize one of our signature drinks.
Yeah.
It's called the Crazy Donkey.
Oh wow! Why is it called the Crazy Donkey?
Because it's made with our organic Sussumaniello grape juice.
Okay, and here I can see the bottles. Okay, yes. I recognize the bottle. So that's our primi passi. Okay, these are the little footprints of our little daughter Marcella. Okay, so
Fantastic.
please, you offer me a drink, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, the only time I said no is when I misunderstood the question. So please,
Definitely. On
Thank
the way.
you.
Certainly.
bellissimo, bellissimo. So what do we have here?
Basically,
The,
it's
the, the juice.
yes, it's an organic Susumaniello grape juice, a touch of local gin, then finish with a touch of ginger ale.
Okay, beautiful. Fantastico. Okay.
Served with our local and homemade taralli and almond and olives.
Okay, but here it is. Finally, I found again the chef. Domenico, what are you doing?
He's eating.
Giuliano, I'm doing a quality check.
A quality check. It looks to me that you're eating all the food.
Look, I prepared orecchiette pasta with homemade orecchiette.
Yes, I recognize this is rucola, wild
Wild
rocket.
yeah.
It's very spicy from our garden.
Fresh tomato and cacio ricotta cheese.
Beautiful.
Have frisella bread with tomato.
Oh, that's our version. That's our version of the
Taralli.
bruschetta.
Focaccia, I'm sure is good.
Yes.
And
What do you eat?
Cream.
What looks
vegetable cream. With,
beautiful.
Our vegetable,
That's the beetroot.
Beetroot,
Pumpkin
and turning top.
turning top.
Yeah.
But what is this? It looks like a giant mozzarella. What's this?
This is magic.
Wow. What's inside?
Figliata.
It's
Inside,
incredible.
have
Figliata means you have little bocconcini inside.
Try,
That's
try, Giuliano.
you're trying to.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, now I see. Now I see why you disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. Okay, so I think you have used all the things.
Yeah.
But there, Alessandra, she's here. I'm sorry, I'm still enjoying this beautiful, bocconcino. Please, Alessandra. Finally.
Yes.
And the drinks are ready.
Beautiful.
So I was trying to
We got
tell them thank you before that we love to be
Grazie.
surrounded by the beauty of this land. So this is what I wanted to say. So we are here in the vineyard. This is one of our experiences connected to the five senses to reach the sixth one. So that that make you feel in peace with yourself, to empower yourself and to recharge our batteries. This is what we do, and this is what we love to recreate, to design for our guests. So we love being in the vineyard, we love being in the nature and drinking a good cocktail and eating Domenico's beauty. So this is how we love to do it at Masseria Montenapoleone. So the easiest way is to
Alessandro, Giuliano, I know that you haven't had an opportunity to see the comments that we're getting, and they're really, really wonderful. And I just, I want you to know what you've done is not just a typical box that people stay in, the hotels that we are all familiar with. So I just want to say thank you for everyone, that has experienced what you've put together, because you have a wonderful, wonderful property, and I'm sure that everyone here is excited to be sending their clients to you.
And
but we're looking forward to everybody who's following this presentation.
Yeah, to feel the authenticity, because it's never so easy to express what we are feeling now. But every time we are here, we are really we feel moved by the beauty.
We feel
by the energy of the earth and the influences of the Adriatic Sea. That's the sea view. I don't know if you are able to see the Adriatic Sea behind us, but we feel influences from the grace, from the sea, from the live stones, from everything. This is a really magical place, and we are lucky to be here. So wait for you.
And we feel that coming from you.
we will have one lucky winner that will be with you very, I hope very soon as soon as everything will settle with the air.
So we've completed our webinar for the day. Thanks everybody for attending. This is going to be available. You'll find this on our website.
Ciao.
And
Ciao
also
from
on,
Puglia.
ciao everybody. But don't leave yet, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet, because we still
I
have.
don't know. We're here.
Thank you.
You know, we can wait.
Okay.
You know, I have a drink. We have food.
Good.
Good friends.
We're going to pick our prizes now.
Yes.
Johnny, I know that you know, just to go back, we at the beginning when Johnny did this contest, somebody won, and it was great, and you know, it was Volare. Yes, everybody knows the song, and I just wanted to say, although we said we were only going to pick one, it was there were, I think, 3 winners or 4 winners that came in at exactly the same time. So I'm going to say, Johnny, we're going to let everybody come in.
Absolutely.
Everyone that came in at, I think it was 12:38 won. There were 4 people that came in at that time. So congratulations, not just one.
And,
all right.
We will do that, and we will send you the voucher. And now we're gonna take the prize, the $300 coupon is for Margaret Walsh Travel Express. Margaret, this prize is for you, the $300. And the big prize is 3 nights hotel accommodation at the Masseria Montenapoleone with obviously a welcome drink, and you will have obviously the transfer from the airport to the hotel back and forth, and the visit to a winery, a very renowned winery in the area. And the winner of this nice prize is Tama Hall. Tama, you won Puglia. So if you are here, Tama, unmute yourself.
I am so thrilled. I'm going in September for a wedding, my godson. And as you know, I've got some people booked. I'm thrilled. This is so exciting.
Okay,
I can't wait to meet you, Alexandra and Giuliano.
Come over.
We'll be here.
I'm looking forward to it. Great. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait.
Let us know.
I will. Thank you. It'll be in September, so I'll tell you the date.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So
Exciting.
How great. Good for you. Congratulations, Tama.
You made my week, my month.
Oh, wow.
So everybody, thank you again. Thanks for everybody for attending. Next week, we've got a couple of great webinars scheduled, so we hope that you guys can make it.
We want to thank Anika Concezio that helped us to put together this nice presentation, and obviously Giuliano and Alessandra, the chef, and the other person we do. Thank you for everybody, and thank you for all the people.
Antonio.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Ciao,
you,
ciao.
Giuliano, Alessandra, and Concezio, and everyone.
Ciao, Nica.
Thank you so much, guys.
You don't see our cameraman, but they're here. Okay.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.